Hi, welcome back to All About the Alternative. I'm the Gadget Lady. Today I'm putting on that Gadget Lady hat again, and I'm also putting on a Fix-It hat because I said I was going to do some fix-its. Well, here's one of them. So I needed some ice. It's going to sound like a Family Ties episode. I needed some ice. So, of course, well, here's some ice, but I couldn't make any because the ice maker I had, which was a Frigidaire countertop ice maker, wasn't working. And we're trying to figure out why it wasn't working. We'd gone away for the weekend and came back to pressing the button hoping it would start up, and ta-da, it doesn't work. So what do we do? Well, in order to fix it, I searched around for ways of what was going on with it, and I even went to YouTube, obviously, to see what somebody else had done. Maybe there was some fix that I could find. And as it turned out, I found some suggestions, but not an actual fix for my problem. But here's what happened. Basically, the one I had on YouTube, the other person I had on YouTube suggested to open up the ice maker and see if there was something that was maybe clogged into the back. So it was starting up. It was making this grinding noise and wasn't doing anything. And the way the video I saw said he couldn't figure it out. He didn't know what was going on and closed it back up and said, forget it. He has to go buy a new one. And lo and behold, as I clicked through it, and as the video I'm about to show you is basically, I'm going to show you what we did to look inside. Unfortunately, I didn't have the camera going for the entire thing, but I will show you the inside workings of it and what we did. And you'll see that in the inside of it, there's the back part that you can't reach at. You actually have to open up the whole thing, pull off the top, and get into that back part. And that's where everything was. It was all messed up, and we'd had it for about 2 years or so. The cleaning I could do was to get at areas I could touch, but I couldn't touch those areas. Even running some vinegar in it would not have got this part out. It just wouldn't have, it's just over time, it builds up like anything does. And so I had to go in, I had to use some vinegar. I actually took a paper towel and ran it through to actually get all of it off after in the end. So the video you're going to see a little bit of dirt that's actually inside of it. And that's the way the video was taken at the time. And of course I cleaned it out afterward. And now I have the ice maker working again. So fix instead of, buy a new one. And I did have we had a previous problem about maybe 6 months after we purchased it. And I will show you as well that there's a tube that goes up and draws the water up into the reservoir to start it up to make the ice cubes. And that piece got caught in between the fan and where the part goes up. And it actually burnt out that piece, and we actually had a whole burnt mess of plastic. And, well, we're superintendents of a building. I had some actual tubing down in our maintenance room, and took a little piece of that, put it in, but you can get that stuff at Home Depot too, and just put a new piece in, and it just worked just fine after that. So we did that. So hence my other thing. This isn't a flag, this is a shirt, but it says I fix stuff and I know things. And well, if I don't know them, I find them out. And my husband knows I will pull something apart and try and fix it before going through anything else. So hang on with me, and we're going to show you the video, and you'll see that. We had trouble with our ice maker. It's a Frigidaire, and so it stopped working. It would basically go through to pump, and then it would stop and wouldn't work anymore. It would just basically make the ice, but it wouldn't swing back and forth. So what we did, and I'm just going to see if that works. Okay. Okay, so We opened it up. And we actually went inside, and I know it's running right now, so you can see that it's running and it is working, but inside this area here, it had all corrode and it was buildup of guck and stuff. So I took some Q-tips with some vinegar and I just ran it through inside. Then I also took here where the, excuse our mess in this kitchen here because it's a little bit messy, but okay, so we took this piece off here, and inside was some dirt inside there. So I actually used a Q-tip inside there with some vinegar and got that out as well. So that was done as well. And so you can see that it's now working. I'm going to put the lid back on. Just bear with me here. And we're just going to show here. So the lid is back on and it is making ice. We're going to put it all back together again, but it did make some ice already. Those are very small cubes, but that's just the beginning when it first starts making ice. So we fixed it. And that's all it needed. It didn't need any new parts. It didn't need anything extra. It just needed to be cleaned out. I also took a paper towel with some vinegar on it and just ran it in through the back of it as well. So that's all I had to do. And I'm not going to wait for the whole spin to go through, but we'll just come back to it in a moment. Okay, so to take that backing off, you have to go from the bottom, and so excuse, I also have the washing machine going as well, so I'm sorry to have that noise in the background, but so you take the screws off from the bottom and take it off downward towards the bottom, and then you use the screws underneath here as well to take off the top of the lid. And then once you clean it all out inside, you have to put the lid back on, put the screws back in, and then put the put this back on inside, and then put the screws back on as well. So that's all it really took to do that. So that's pretty good. And it took a matter of what, maybe half an hour to get it all really working and figure out what the problem was. I actually did look on YouTube to figure it all out, and someone said they didn't know. Basically they saw how it was. They cleaned everything, they said, as well, so I don't know what happened with that video, but in our case we have it all back up and running, and I don't have to buy a new one. All of the alternative fixed the problem. So there you go. And in about a moment here, we're going to see the ice come off. Sorry if any of this winds up blurry, it's just the way the camera is. There we go. Those are normal size large ice cubes. And we're going to see if this is going to win or fail. There you go. So it's completely working. Made some ice cubes. And our ice maker is back up and running again for who knows how long, but at least it's working. I don't have to buy a new one. And like I said, all of the alternative fixed the problem. So anyway, so if you like this video, give it a comment, give it a like, give me a subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.